Excuse me. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a pest. Just that I was looking at you and you look upset. I like looking at you, but your face looks upset. So I was wondering if I could be of any assistance. Maybe cheer you up or something.
No, I'm okay, thanks.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't look okay. You're a very pretty young lady. It's just that your face looks troubled.
Yeah, well, it's just been a bad day.
Miss, would I be prying if I asked you what was wrong? Would I be prying?
Everything's wrong.
Ah, not everything. The sun is still shining. It's a beautiful day out. Some things are okay, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Did you just break up with your boyfriend?
No.
Are you in trouble with the law?
No.
Am I getting close? That's better. You look like a prom queen when you smile, a glamour girl. Yeah. Well, when I was a kid, I had a crush on a prom queen, darling Louis. She had a big black mole in the middle of her face. That used to make me so excited. You know, you look a little bit like her. Right around the cheeks and the chin.
Thanks.
Boy, did I have a crush on her. She was the first girl I put my tongue in her mouth. Hey, look, whatever it is, just forget about it. Life is too short. You should try to be happy.
Well, what if you can't make yourself happy?
Well, then I don't know. You know what you do then? You forget. Block it out. I remember my grandmother told me how to be happy. She said, Leon, my darling little grandson, if you want to be happy, don't think. Don't bump into any walls. If you stutter, don't talk. I listen to my grandmother, and look at me now. Couldn't be happier. No. That's life.
Okay. So I assumed that was pretty much a scripted scene.
Yeah, that was scripted. That guy was actually this. He was a dentist. He was a rabbi, and he was a dentist. And when I had my wisdom teeth, they were compacted, and it was a really bad condition. And it was $19.99 a tooth at this place, and this guy removed my wisdom teeth in this. It's like a basketball court that was like separated by a partition, and I'll never forget because I woke up in the middle of the operation, and he had his foot on my sweater. Like, you know, just like yanking it out.
What do you mean? He had his foot on your sweater?
No, he was like, he's going like that. And when I woke this is the God's honest truth. I woke up, there was footprint on my shirt. But he was this really good dentist. And I remember his wife made rice pudding. They gave it to me on the way out. But I liked the way he spoke, and yeah, we cast him.
That for me, and I wanted to maybe get into this later, but with some of your influences, but it has a real Cassavetes feel to me, that scene, because he often used people that are in his life, like random people, relatives, just people he would run into. And often they just strike up conversations, like in Cassavetes films, where somebody will strike up.
The beginning of Minnie and Moskowitz is the best.
The guy in the bar?
Yeah, that's, what's his name, from The World's Greatest Sinner. Man, that guy is so good. Tim Carey. Yeah.
Right. Who's also in Paths of Glory.
Yeah, Paths of Glory. Yeah, that guy is great.
Yeah, so it's just like this random, like sort of running into these people who are cast, who are actually just people that you would find in your life. Yeah. So you do that with all your films. And also in this, I like this scene because it's also what we were just talking about earlier. It's like this clash almost of the young generation and the older generation, and he has sort of this worldview that's much more simplistic and kind of like optimistic in a way, and here she is like sitting in the back of the cab, and she's just found out that she's been infected with HIV, and he sort of couldn't conceive of he still thinks that she's worried about a boyfriend or something, and she's dealing with this like incredibly horrible.
That's the way he was too.
Yeah. So he didn't really read the script necessarily.
No, he was a good guy.
Yeah. No, he seems like a nice guy. That's Chloe Sevigny, who you were involved in a relationship with for, I don't know, quite a few years. So she was, I guess maybe you would say, your muse for quite a few years. You met her in the park, or you knew her before?
I met her in the park.
In the park?
It was by this urinal.
No, I'm just curious. Like, you knew her before. It was because of you. She was a friend of yours, or you were in a relationship with her, that she was cast in the film.
Yeah, just like the others. I mean, we didn't cast her till we were going to try to use an actress. I was going to try to get Bette Midler to play the part.
Get out!
No, I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. That would be funny. No, but
that was the musical version.
Yeah,
kids.
But we were trying to find an actress, and there was actually before that we had cast this girl from Canada. But
who?
Something
an unknown, or
Mia Kirshner was her name.
Oh,
and something happened; it just didn't work out, and so.
And was Rosario Dawson already?
No, Rosario. It was funny. That was again like a week before. I was with Larry. We were walking down. We were scouting locations in Lower East Side, and I saw this girl on a stoop. Like, I just saw her just sitting there. I think she was eating a banana or something, and I thought she had really great star potential, and so we called her in.
It wasn't Schwab's drugstore? No, okay. Anyway, nobody gets that reference. Okay. So that was her film debut as well, and Chloe. Yeah. So that was like
it was everyone's. I mean, everybody.
Everybody's debut.
Everybody's.
Yeah. Including the dentist.
Yeah, that's great.
And so with, I'm curious about also your relationship with Larry, because you've had sort of a up and down kind of relationship. During the making of the movie, was it like a real collaborative kind of thing? And was it difficult, like, because you hadn't directed a film at that point? Yeah. But did you feel like you wanted to be directing it, or?
No, it's weird. It's like
he hadn't directed a film either.
Yeah, and also, to be honest with you, like, I would have never written that movie had it not been for, like, it wasn't a movie that I was dying to tell. Like, a movie wouldn't have existed. It was something that he wanted to make, and I'd never written anything before, and it was a kind of an experiment. My relationship with Larry is a little complicated, but I think he's a great photographer. I really do. I think he's one of my favorite artists, and I learned a lot from him, especially at that time in my life. He was.
Are you still friends?
I wish the guy good. I hope he had, happy,
is it one of those
happy trails? I have nothing,
Yeah.
She is. I only hope.
Is it one of those things where, I mean, it happens quite often where people get into very intense artistic collaborations and it kind of like blows out?
There's that in there maybe, and also personal things, and life gets crazy.
Yeah.
And Jesus, you don't know which way to turn, and next thing you know, you get smacked in the face, and
I hear you. So, not to get ahead of ourselves, but so with Ken Park, which you told me you haven't seen, was that an old